So a man gets DNA test that shows that the three kids are not his. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Edit.
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 Because I
Edit.
was like,
Edit.
I just read it. That ain't it. That's not the one.
Right.
Was it? That is next. Who said it wasn't?
Raphael.
Raphael, you know
That's
what? I
next.
can barely look.
It's next.
I'm looking at
It's
the two
next.
D's and everything. I'm looking at these two D's.
Oh.
One say Denzi, one say dead. So, anywho,
Okay, so
okay. So,
Edit it out.
yeah, yes, edit, edit this
That's
out.
correct. You was right. You was right, Denzel. You was right.
I was like,
Okay.
what in the middle of this? Just roll with it. Drop
Okay.
that. Whatever the other
Let me
time it
count
was,
us.
just bring it in.
Let me count us back down. Three, two, one. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the L&D show. I am yours truly, Lala.
I'm Devontae. How y'all doing?
I'm T. What's good, y'all?
And I'm Tina.
Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on? What's new?
Nothing,
See these
nothing,
different
nothing.
colors tonight?
Look, I love the
The
colors. The
colors, the
Oh
colors
different
are
colors.
yeah.
beautiful. I
Anybody
Hey.
love
notice?
it.
Mm.
Hey.
Lala looking like a little Bratz doll over there.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to
It is a little
give.
brat style.
Listen, Lord.
Oh, look, how have y'all been? How has y'all's week been?
Long, but it's almost time. About to get ready.
Okay.
Start back working.
Oh,
Vacation is over.
Oh.
don't you hate that? Sucks. But you got to go make that money, boo.
You understand what I'm saying? You know that bag
Yeah.
must be made. That bag. Yeah.
Right, right, right.
Must
Residual income.
That part.
Residual income.
That part.
Yes.
I'm ready for it. I'm trying to get
Absolutely.
there. I'm
I'm
trying to get
telling
there.
you, it's coming.
Listen, it's
It's
coming. I
coming.
claim it. I claim
Definitely.
it. I
Yes, it's
claim it. I
coming.
claim
We're
it.
not far away.
I claim
Definitely.
it.
Right.
Listen,
Definitely.
We're
I'm
not far.
tired of getting up. I'm tired of getting up.
Okay. In the
Listen,
rain.
I just want to roll around town, check on my properties, check on different other streams of income, and say, "I want to have a nice day." I'm leaving town.
And go and go on with my life.
Exactly.
What about
Exactly.
y'all?
Bingo.
How was your
Just
week?
working, working,
Work,
working, working. Story of my life. So,
Work, 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 work. I'm sorry, Rihanna. Let me stop. I don't
Working,
want
working
nobody
out.
cutting this off.
right. Look.
Ooh, legs are
Well,
sore from
that's
yesterday. She worked. She worked this. She worked this.
wait,
She work
you
hard for the money.
hold
Okay.
on. What you just say? Your legs hurting?
Yes. Well, I had my personal trainer yesterday.
What? You got a personal trainer.
Yes, I had
She
one for three
said she
months.
was. She said this hot girl summer is about to be real
That
fun.
is what's
I'm trying
up.
to
Look, T.
Yes.
Honey, go
Yes.
ahead
It's
with your
almost been three
personal
months I had
trainer.
her. Yeah.
Tina
Okay.
said you lost how much, Tina, thus far?
So far I haven't weighed recently, but when we was in the competition, I lost 35 pounds. So
35
Yeah, yeah,
pounds. Big
that's
up.
really good.
Big
yeah,
That's
up,
really
Sabrina. Go
good.
ahead, girl. Go
Absolutely.
ahead.
That's really good.
Child, it's hard. It's hard.
Right,
It
right.
is.
It's a
And you
journey.
do the work as you see. You do the work, and boom,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
yeah.
got it. It's the
You
cheapest
can't.
route to go. You ask me.
Right.
Hey.
It's the cheapest
And
way,
healthy.
yeah.
It's the most
Mm-hmm.
healthiest, the most cheapest route to go.
Oh
Man,
wow.
I ain't gonna lie. That knife do be calling sometimes, though.
I ain't gonna lie either. I want to suck a gut, but
Right.
Listen, show back up after that 6 month healing period and
you
be
know
like,
what I'm saying?
smash!
Yes, son.
Snatched and
Smash!
slayed.
Yes.
I
Believe
know you
it.
see it. Booty
Believe
Hey.
it.
singing, chest tight, abs flat. You see it. You see it. Take it
And you
in.
still gotta maintain it though. That's the thing.
You
You
You do.
gotta you
See?
gotta
You
maintain
do.
it.
You
maintain
So
do.
it.
You
And
do.
having that personal trainer and actually working out, you're
Mm,
already getting your body's conditioned to keep up with it.
right.
Like your
Yeah,
yep.
body is gonna be yearning to work out. Like, what are we
yeah.
doing? Why we ain't worked out? Why we laying down? Because your
Right,
body's now used
right.
to being in motion.
Right. So, yeah.
It's the
See?
smartest route to go. Go team.
Well,
Proud of you.
go.
Child.
Congratulations to
Thank
you.
you. Thank y'all.
Congratulations. Well,
But
y'all, let's go.
I don't, we gonna skip over you. What did you just tell me? Not like 10, 20 minutes ago.
Oh,
What happened with you? Oh, you was gonna skip over that, weren't you?
yeah, I was. Cause it's nothing big though. But I'm
Every
just down
milestone
a
is big.
size
Don't
in a
ever say that.
shirt.
Don't.
So
You
I'm
down the
like,
size of the shirt? Come
yes, I
on.
know, right? Because
Go,
Zaxby's,
go,
Wendy's,
go.
Hardee's, McDonald's, Pizza Hut, like they been treating me good. Popeyes too, you know. And I'm sitting here thinking
Yay.
I'm gaining weight and everything. I'm losing weight, so I'm doing everything correctly.
Go
Thank you,
me.
Tina.
My practicing nun. My practicing nunism.
I'm done.
Yes, see. Well, guys, well, let's go ahead and jump into this show. Y'all know it's Thursday, so y'all know what type of show this is. So, as I always say, guys, if y'all have triggers and everything, I suggest you click off of this show and watch our Tuesday show where we do have the most fun and everything. But like I say that our show, if you have triggers, this one may not be for you. So, but if you like real conversations and everything, and if you like to join in on the conversations, then this show is for you. So, because
Let's do it.
we do speak real shit. So,
Big real shift down here.
shit.
Listen.
I was gonna say stuff, but
It came another way.
it came out another way. Yeah,
It's okay.
absolutely, absolutely.
Oh.
Well, okay. So, what do we have up first?
I'm gonna say, speaking of, somebody who may have been going through some changes and
Yeah.
um has come a long way, probably in their process, in their journey. Uh, the transgender who was removed from the White House, banned from the
Yeah,
White House.
you know
This
what?
story.
You know what?
This
Hold.
is good.
Let's
I'm glad that y'all brought this to the floor. This is good. This is a good topic. Mm.
Yeah, I don't. My thing with that is, as far as transgenders go, because I'm a trans woman too. So, with that
this one
being
hits
said,
home for you.
it's a lot. It's a lot going on within the trans community and people trying to ban us. And this is one of the many ways for anybody, any events, political, whatever, to ban transgender women, transgender, period,
Mhm.
from going to any event.
Mhm.
Like, why not represent us in a different light? We don't always, even though, yes, I talk about sex on the show and everything. I'm a very sexual person. I think a lot of people are very sexual, but we don't have to be very sexual in public. Like there are ways to be represented. There are, because you are very popular,
Yes.
Montoya. You are
Yes.
very, very popular. So, if anything, you were representing the trans community. You were representing the trans community. So now, with you getting banned, you're banning all of us.
Yep. Yep.
With so much hate being already around us, and speaking, and not just speaking of the trans community, but the LGBTQ community, period. There's so much hate, you know, like within the world, and it's like people are banning us because of one person ruining it for everybody.
Everybody.
That's
You
all it
know,
takes is one person. Yes, I
um,
know Rose Montoya is her name.
you
Rose
know,
Montoya.
I can't I can't stress enough that we want to be treated equal. Having all the pride flags everywhere and under
Yeah.
the American flag does not mean equal. It
Mm.
simply means privileged at some point, and I hate that because for one, I want to be treated equal as as you
Of
would
course.
as a heterosexual would, and I can't get that respect because Sister Montoya decides that she wants to show her boobs.
Show her boobs.
Whether you are trans, straight, bi, gay, you're at the White House. For what reason
Exactly.
did you think it was okay for you to show your breast? Now I get it. There were other people around that were trans men who had their breasts cut off, which now looks like the chest of a male.
Right.
That's like a man running down Baywatch. It's okay. However, sweetheart, you have breasts. You have Janet Jackson went through hell and high water due to a slip. And you out here in the middle of the grass of the White House
The White
and done
House.
disrobed.
The White
Ma'am,
House.
what was you the thought process? I don't know what you were doing. You are wanting to be recognized as a woman. We recognize you as a woman. What woman you know at the White House finna be going
The flashing
topless,
their
flashing their
boobs.
boobies? This is not
No.
California Pride. This was a Pride event at the White
At
House.
the White House. At the
This
White House.
tasteful.
If
Children are there.
anything,
Now
if
it's an agenda. Now it's a whole agenda.
right, and if anything, why not? Why couldn't you have been more classier if you were going to the White House to represent the trans community,
You're
the
representing a
LGBTQ
community that is
community?
overlooked
Like,
so
why couldn't you be more
far.
classier? Why couldn't you show us in a different light? Show us that, hey, we're not all like that,
Mm.
But like
We can conduct ourselves accordingly.
but like in her defense, also like okay, yeah, like I said, it was other people doing it. Like I don't think she like uncovered it and then just like jumping up. I think she was just like doing like this, like with the other two was doing. Even though I'm not saying neither one of them was doing it right,
Yeah.
or is a place to do that because all of them. Come on now, y'all all at the White
She could
House,
have did it like
I
this.
understand
she
that,
She could have did
did.
it like this
she's
with her shirt on. She could have did it
Yeah,
like this,
right,
and it wouldn't
right.
have been.
And I do
right.
understand that she's, happy to be a trans woman. I do understand that.
Mm.
But at the same time, show your happiness in a different way. You did not have to do that. You did not have to do that. So now, like I said before, you ruined it for all of us pretty much.
Yeah,
But I feel like
Yeah.
all of them should be blamed also. Like I understand she's a woman, and that's what gets me because just because I mean they wasn't flat chested either. They had some little jiggle to them too. Like you know what I'm saying. So I feel like if one should have been banned, they all should be like, hey, this is not what we do here. Y'all all three banned. But just because she was a trans woman, and it's like more stigma was put on her instead of everybody. They all three was doing it. All three of them was
welcome,
doing it.
Well,
So
welcome to womanhood, Miss
well,
Montoya. Welcome to
right.
always a double-edged sword, honey.
Right, right.
Devontae, you got anything on it?
I mean, just from the community standpoint, I mean, yes, it's possibly a step backwards that we'll have to now fight, to show that hey, we all don't walk the same path, But other than that, I mean, it's one of those fights that I can't be the one to fight. It's one of those things that throw your hands up. It's like, wow, hey, I can't believe you did it. I can't believe you went. You showed your tail.
Your
Wow.
Right.
whole tail,
You
Right. If
your
showed
if
natural tail.
if anything, I just truly believe, and I know that we have to move on from this topic. If anything, I just think that the one trans woman that I know of that should have been there, who represents the trans community in such a great light now, is T.S. Madison.
Hmm. She really
I
does.
definitely do.
She really does.
Even though her video showed her running around her house or outside her house with her penis out and everything, whatever,
that was
That was
that was
her house.
the
that
that was
was
hold.
that
That
was
was her house.
that was I think that was her house. But at the end of the day, she did it to get people's attention. And when she got our attention, there were messages she was wanting to delay to the world. And she
Mm-hmm.
did that successfully. And look at her now.
Look
Look
at
at
her
her
now.
now. It's
Look at her.
classy.
About to drop a movie in like two
Miss
weeks.
Madison.
Her
Oh,
and Gabrielle
really? All
Union. Yeah,
right,
her and Gabrielle Union.
see?
I forgot who else. They're about to drop a movie on Netflix in like 2 weeks. So
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Go
Woo!
ahead. See?
Gotta look
Yeah.
See?
for that.
Yeah.
See?
So
What's next?
as you said.
All right. What's
But yeah.
next? Oh, Viv is in it too. The producers are
Okay.
saying
Okay.
Viv is in it too. Okay, Aunt Viv.
Let's go, Aunt Viv.
All
Let's go.
right.
Wait, wait, wait,
Which
wait.
of
The one
them?
that look like me or the one that look like Lala?
What's that? Which of
No, the
them?
The OG.
Which
OG, the
of
Okay.
OG
them?
Aunt
Okay.
Viv, the
The
OG Aunt Viv.
OG.
And
Okay,
you
and I said,
know,
wait a second.
The one
and you
that did
know,
the
I ain't gonna lie, but I need exactly. I need the one who showed out at the dance class.
and you know, the OG Aunt Viv. Ever since she got her apology from Will Smith and everything, it's like
she's
she
just
has just
Coming
skyrocketed.
back.
resurfaced. Like
Yes.
that's all she needed
I'm,
was just
so
that
proud
Yes.
of
was just
her.
that
I'm happy for
apology.
her. So very happy for
Absolutely.
her.
Absolutely. What do we have up next, guys? What's the next topic we have?
Wait.
Oh, so yo, who wants to read the
Apparently, Takeoff's mother is suing the bowling alley that he was shot at. Allegedly. Allegedly, she's suing the bowling alley where her son was shot and killed, playing
But was it
outside of the
bowling
bowling
alley's fault, or was it the people who was supposed to? I know they had some type of entourage type thing, like they have
I'd say it's
security
the
or
people.
whatever.
alley. Hmm.
So, who is
I,
actually to blame in that situation for?
I
Because
say it's the people.
I say
I'll
it's
say
the
it's the
people
people.
too.
I
How do you
mean,
blame how do you blame the bowling now as a mother losing their child? You want to blame everybody that
right,
is around. So she
mm,
may be
exactly.
thinking with that mindset because
mm,
as a mother,
mm,
if
Hmm.
something happens to my son, no matter where he is, I want everybody around to be, oh, you going
Responsible.
down, you going down, you going down, you going down, and you going down too.
Hmm.
Everybody going down. My baby's
right.
gone. I'm not going to be able to see
Oh,
my
I didn't
baby
think about it
more.
that
My
way.
baby's gone. So,
Right.
but if I'm not mistaken, didn't the altercation happen outside of the bowling alley? They were playing
Mm,
shooting craps outside or whatever they were doing, shooting dice outside of the bowling alley.
So it started
I don't
outside
know.
and then came inside. That's
Or
that
was
what you
it
mean?
inside? Well, wherever he was shot, was he
Oh,
was
inside. I
he
think
was
he
shot
was
on
inside.
the inside of the
I
bowling
think
alley?
so.
Now, if that is true, if he was shot inside of the bowling alley, then I can see her suing them for safety precautions. Like for no reason should there have been anybody in there with a gun. No
mm,
matter.
true.
No matter
True.
what, children go to bowling alleys. Bowling alleys are 9 times out of 10 family
Right.
friendly. So
Mhm.
you would think that they would have the proper precautions in place for
Oh,
for
okay.
the
Somebody
whole
said he was shot
He
situation.
was
outside.
outside the bowling
So
alley.
Outside
okay,
the
so
bowling
further
alley.
research, producers say he was shot outside. Now, with
Okay.
that being the case, who? Who gonna check me, boo? I can't. I can't control what's going on outside of my bowling
Right.
alley. I'm sorry
Right.
that happened to you. I'm sorry that happened to your child. Sorry this is happening to your family. God knows we are.
Mm.
Lord knows we are. Our hearts are with you.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't know about all bowling alleys. I just know the bowling alleys around town and around neighboring towns that I've been to have always had like a low level police presence along
mm-hmm.
with security.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not for sure about the bowling alley that he was at because this was in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I think
So
it was in Atlanta.
if I'm not mistaken, they also do similar to what we do here in South Carolina, which is they have 2 or 3 officers that are always
Yeah, I think
there.
it was in
You
Atlanta.
know, somewhere in the
Yes.
vicinity
Yes.
of Atlanta.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they kind of do the same thing, which normally where deters somebody from reaching for a weapon. But at the same time, when drinks are flowing and let's be real, certain narcotics get into the bloodstream, you get a little bit more. You know what? I'm about that life
Out of nowhere.
out of nowhere. And I mean, also at the money level that they were at, let's not pretend like we just all that is on the table.
Yeah, we're smarter.
We're smarter.
We're
I
smarter
mean,
than
I ain't gonna say
because
Takeoff
you.
himself was partaking, but some of the entourage.
I can guarantee you that Mary Jane ain't gonna have you acting like that.
Mm-mm,
No matter if it's sativa or indica.
mm-hmm.
Mm.
I'm
But he
telling you
wasn't even
As
now.
I
part of
said, you
the argument, though. That's the thing. Like, it wasn't. He was a
A
bystander.
bystander.
that's why I said the entourage.
That's
That's what it is, the
crazy.
entourage.
It's
You
the
know,
Yeah.
entourage. You're absolutely
a
right.
lot of times you get drawn into the altercations that your entourage
Mm-hmm.
brings.
Bring in, got you.
And that's the reason why when I take friends out and everything, it's like 1 or 2 of us in a car. I mean, like in a lounge or a bar, and I see this massive group, in
Mm-hmm.
VIP. I'll be like, just look at them. There's like 2 people in there who got money, and
Only
everybody
Right.
two.
else is
Only
tagging
two.
along. And
Mm-hmm.
you see the
Mm-hmm.
cameras and you see them jumping
Mm.
around, and it's like that's the drama right there.
Yeah.
That's the
And
drama.
9 times out of 10, your entourage is gonna be your downfall
Yeah,
Right.
it's because there's the
because
drama.
they don't have nothing to lose.
They got nothing to lose. They don't have the endorsements. They
It,
don't have
right.
they don't have the deadlines.
Right.
They don't
They
have to
have
sit
nothing
in the
to
corporate
lose.
meetings and everything. They don't have to get back up at 5 a.m. even though you've been out since 3 a.m. For that meeting and everything. But
Yeah.
you do.
You
I have a
do.
But you put it
question.
on. Yeah.
What's up?
I have a question because, and I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but you know what? It has to be said because it's not a lot of people that are saying it. Why is it that when someone not of our race takes one of our lives, it's a big issue? But when we take the lives of another person's life that's in our race, like nothing is really said about it. Nothing is really said about that. So how come she's suing the bowling alley and not the people?
Yeah.
Got you. That's
And
okay.
not the people.
Yep.
Like
That's
we
good
all say Black Lives Matter and everything, but do Black Lives matter if we're
to
taking the
us.
lives of another black person?
Exactly.
Like seriously, like believe in what you
That's
say for real
good.
because at the end
And
of the
that's
day,
word.
like when people are saying all lives matter, y'all got a problem with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Exactly.
That's word.
Exactly.
So, like, I'm just
That's
saying, like,
word.
the stuff is just the world is just twisted.
I mean,
It's just
even
twisted.
pretty much even when the front news, papers, like if a black mother's on the front of the newspaper or a white mother's on the front of the newspaper, the headlines read differently. So
Yep.
Right,
yeah.
right. Well, y'all, we have to move on from this topic. But guys, let us know your thoughts on the two topics that we have just spoke about. If you are watching the show, thank you so much for watching our show.
Thanks.
Thank y'all so much for subscribing because we do see that. We do see the numbers rising and
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
Thank y'all
Thank
for watching. We
you.
know that you're watching, boo. So let us know your thoughts and everything because at the end of the day, like your opinion matters too. So next topic. All right, so our next topic, man gets DNA test that shows that the three kids are not his.
You know what? Here's my thing. I read about this. Well, from which I've told you the story and everything. Because I was like, when you told me about the story, I was like, I don't even know if I even want to read this. I don't even know if I want to investigate it because three children in,
Mm.
three in,
Yeah.
and I ain't gonna say every man, but most men sit and look at their children, and they be like,
You
"That's
ain't.
my nose." You know what? I used to act just like that. Girl, you got my eyes. You look like your mom, but those my eyes. Yeah, that's my attitude. You got that from me. hmm I mean, it's like characteristics, futuristic things,
Yeah.
and you three in. Three.
You didn't know anything
No
like
height, no weight. Your grandma, I mean,
no,
your
not even
uncle,
no, not even that. Three kids
nothing.
in like and you don't know that her vagina is not the same like you don't
I
like
cannot.
What?
yeah,
Okay, well,
like
What's that
here's
got to do
another
with
thing.
anything?
It has nothing
Here's
to do with
Yeah, because
you
anything.
don't
here's
yeah, that's
another
just a
thing.
theory.
no
That's just a myth.
No,
Like, unless
no
you've been run, like, unless
uh-uh.
you've been dealing with Mandingo or something.
unless she's been run through because ain't no telling how long she's been like messing
I'm
with other
about to
people.
say, I'm about to say now, some of us can tell when you've been with somebody else.
Well, yeah,
Not
but I don't
all,
I've
know
not
about
heard
six.
all, not
I don't
all,
know about
but some
six.
people. Anywho, but also with this, with the man claiming, well, not claiming, but finding out that he was sterile.
That's how he found
How
out that the kids
Yeah,
weren't his.
yeah,
he found out that he was sterile.
How did he?
yeah.
Three
Wait,
We don't
children
have the
in.
video.
wait, say
you
that
don't know? He didn't know he was sterile.
Mm-mm. He didn't know.
How? Does he
I
not
don't
see a
know.
doctor regularly? Like, well,
That's
I
my
guess if your
thing.
woman come up pregnant, you don't think you sterile.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm pretty sure if he would have known he would have off the top. Hey, this I know this baby isn't mine. I know it.
yeah.
But he didn't know. He found out it was something that happened. I don't know what his doctor visit was,
Mm-hmm.
but it had to be something that he had to really get that checked for some reason. And I guess that's when the doctor informed him that he was, and he was like, "What? I
Nah.
have three kids. What are you talking about?"
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. He went
Do
to the
she know who
doctor.
the baby daddies are?
He do.
She probably.
He do.
Oh, he do.
He did
Okay.
a DNA test and found all the daddies,
Oh wait, there are multiple daddies.
multiple daddies. Yep. Each
So
of them
all
got a
three of them
different
got.
daddy. Yep.
She
Yep.
loves her kids. She loves her kids so much. She made sure they didn't have to share daddies. She made
Nah.
sure every one of them had their own, and her husband belongs to her because they don't belong to either. He don't. He none of them is his. So he all hers. So she did. She loved them kids. What is y'all talking?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's insane though.
My thing
Like
That's
is,
some Maury type stuff.
it
my thing
really
is,
I'm
is.
pissed.
Just with a
get a
twist
DNA
though.
test. I don't care. We married. Like I have always said this. If I ever got pregnant by anybody, we get a DNA test. I don't want you saying it ain't yours. All this. We gonna clear the air. When that baby come out, or before if I can do it, you gonna have your little papers. And that's it. I don't care if you get mad about it. Any woman get mad about it. A man asking for a DNA test is only showing that, like, I mean, it's not that he doesn't trust you or whatever. I'm just saying, for me and you both, even though if I know I ain't messing around in you, that child is 100% yours, and I want you to know it, no doubt in your mind. So that's what I would do. That's me.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
That's me.
y'all, what would y'all do? Like,
yeah.
I know y'all watching. What would y'all do?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Cause
There'll
that
be a
actually
few
breaks my heart
things
reading
that I would
that
do.
you had 3 kids by this woman. You
yeah,
know.
There'll be a few things that I would do. First, I mean, one, I well, like the father. Well, because I'm sorry, at the end that he is the father because he raised these children.
Yeah.
It don't table let be a daddy.
It
But
don't.
uh,
yeah.
so there's that factor. One, if we can't resolve this with counseling or come to some conclusion, when I'm getting a divorce. So there's probably that on the
Right.
table.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, the divorce
how
is
did
first.
how did my doctors not discover this
Before.
a long time ago? Malpractice lawsuit. Hmm.
Now you got pain and suffering.
I mean,
Malpractice
and not
lawsuit.
only that though, like, I mean, hell, she was sleeping with other people and then sleeping with him too. Ain't no telling what she could have caught out there and gave to him too.
Hmm.
So, like, you know,
But that's
and
what
ain't no
makes me
telling.
think. That's what makes me think that he went to the doctor and was like, "Doctor, something ain't right.
Ooh.
Something don't feel right."
He
Like
probably
for
he
them to
probably did
test,
catch something.
Well,
You
no,
you
he
know.
said
know.
the doctor told him that he was clear. He just said, I don't know how the doctor got on him being sterile because I guess he went like he probably had some type of something. He like, hold on, something don't feel right, and the doctor still
Yeah.
gave him his test results. He said the
You
doctor said he's clear, and
And
the
he
only thing that
probably thought
sounds
he already
logical.
knew. He probably thought he already knew and was like,
right,
well, with you being sterile, just because you're sterile doesn't mean you shouldn't use condoms. You should always use condoms. Blah, blah, blah. What you mean I'm sterile? And boom,
right. It
conversation
could have
happened.
been,
Mm.
yep, it could have been something like that.
So, and they're still together to this day.
Mm,
Anybody know?
no,
I don't know.
They're not.
Yep, we need to
I don't know.
We got to follow up
But
on
look
that
what it
because
sounds like to me, like it sounds like he probably went to the doctor and said, "Hey, doc, I already got 3 kids. I want a vasectomy. That way, I won't, accidentally have another."
right,
And doctor said, well, you do know you already can't march.
Right. Could be. That could very
wow.
well be.
So,
but you know
He
what is
went
the thing
back for the
about that?
kids.
What
oh
happened?
wow, we finding out that he
So he went back for the kids. But at the end of the day, that is so damaging because he was probably so in love with her before. You know, they have kids together and everything. And like, that's just mind blown to know that, damn, you've been cheating on me this whole time.
Right,
Mhm.
and
Like,
I want
I'm
to say,
faithful.
what you say?
No, I was just saying like I'm faithful to you and everything.
Oh,
I work hard and everything, whatever.
hmm,
And this is what you do to me.
right. And I was about to
some
say
people don't care.
also, women find out that they can't have kids either at a later stage in their life also. So sometimes it's not just like I don't know, they just
Well,
didn't know, but women find out later in their life also. Like,
Right.
women is different than men. While
well, what I'm saying
men,
is how people finds out, not like it being different. Like they find out different stage of life, they have a harder time getting pregnant. That's what I said, and like that's what I mean. Like people find out different stages of their
well, I
life.
mean, they can
Um,
find
Gotcha.
out different stages, but as far as the whole we having babies, the man can't carry a baby out here and everything, and a woman
but
can't.
well,
So,
we not. That's not the point I was trying to make. I was like, you were saying. I was going back to the point where you was like, how did he not know his whole life? Because a lot of people be sitting there trying. They be hunching all the time. Be like, why can't I get pregnant? Why can't I
Oh,
get pregnant? And then they find out.
see, if that was the case, then
That's
yeah,
why.
if that
Yeah.
was the case the whole time, you see that kind of stuff in maternity court all the time. Was like,
Right.
I see one case where a man was like, we kept trying. We was together for 5 years.
Right.
She never had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
We separated. Boom, baby. We get back
Baby.
mm.
together. 2 more years, can't have a baby. She get 2 more
Right.
babies while we together. But something just don't add up because the whole time we was together the first time, no baby.
Right.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
I
that
ain't saying
happened
we did
too. Yeah,
have a
that happened
baby.
too.
So I'm not saying we did have a baby. However, I'm just saying these number of years we've been together, no baby. All of a sudden we split up, baby.
No, baby.
Oh, but then it
No
That's
also
baby.
crazy.
happens on the opposite end too. Like them two together can't have any kids, and then the man goes sleep with somebody else and they have one. Because I know actually I
I
What?
mean,
think somebody that I know, not personally know, but somebody that I know
Producers,
something
give
like
us
that.
producers. I know. Give us like 2 more minutes on this topic, okay? 2 more minutes on this topic, please. Go ahead, Tina. I'm sorry.
But yeah, it's just I guess it's just
Producer.
weird like that how things work out like that. But that's all I was gonna say on that one.
All right, all right.
All right, y'all. Moving right along. What do we have up next, topic wise, y'all? But before we move on to the next topic, we want to say again, thank you so much for watching the show. Thank you so much for
Thank
commenting. Make sure
you.
you guys are liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. Make sure that you
Yes.
guys are most importantly sharing us with the world because we are the bomb. So,
Okay,
oh,
well, this next topic, was one I was kind of just thinking about pondering. We all go through relationships. Sometimes we find that first relationship right off the bat, the successful one. And sometimes we have to go through a few toads or whatever.
yeah,
So, you know how you carry baggage, right?
yeah.
So the question is, what percentage of your baggage belongs to your spouse, your new spouse? I mean, we know you got to get past it. We know,
No, you don't do that. You don't do that. You don't bring your
You
baggage to a new
know,
relationship.
but that's
No.
the
don't you bring your baggage over here and expect for me to unload it.
Yeah, because what she did to you, like,
Ain't got
that
nothing to
ain't
do
got
with
nothing to do
me.
with me.
You
Right.
better unload and sort that out
okay.
before you come over here.
That's what we
Right.
say. That's what we say. But how many times have we been in a relationship where we have
Yeah.
to unload the trust issues?
It's
The
Uh,
when you
go
have to
ahead.
re,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
you have to repair that. You have to repair. I've been in relationships where he was a cheater or he was a liar. She was stepping out or she was keeping secrets. You know, um, they were bad with
But
money.
at the
You
end of the
know,
day, Devontae, at the end of the day, people have triggers and shit. We get
yeah,
over that. But then people have triggers when that significant other start doing red, like showing red
but
flags
that's the thing.
because
Are
you
those
know the
that's the
signs.
question? Are those red flags, or that's just something from your past?
They are red flags.
Yeah.
They can be red flags.
They can
They
be
can be
red
red
flags.
flags of the simple fact of like, okay, I know where this is going. So therefore, if you want to go ahead and nip that in the bud, if you want to just go ahead not accuse them, but just ask a simple question. Like, hey, like what's going on? Like, are we good? Are we good? Like, do you
Mhm.
got something to say? Like,
So that begs the question: then, what percentage of your baggage, your past
none.
baggage, should your significant other have to deal with?
None
I
at
I don't think
all.
it's fair to. I
Unless
don't think that's fair.
unless yes,
Zero.
unless they don't have to deal with none. But at the end of the day, they should be loyal. They should be treating you with the utmost respect as well
Mhm.
as you treat them. They
Hmm.
should be, giving you everything that you give them in that relationship.
Mhm.
But at
Yes,
the end of the
exactly.
day, if you start slipping, if I notice that, okay, 3 weeks then went by and we not really talking like how we used to.
Okay.
I'm not getting no text from you now. You don't
Mhm.
call me on your break. We don't really communicate like that. Then I might have to check you and be like, yo,
Yeah.
what's up? Like, are we okay? Like, do
Mhm.
you
Oh,
got
we
something
Well,
got
that
that's
you
all.
want to get off
That's
your
it.
see, all
chest?
that's fine and dandy. That's all. That's cool. Because things happen. Well, one, I've always said, one, at the end of the day, we're all adults. We all have lives to live, and some days I ain't gonna call and text you. I wish I could, but
That's
today was a
fine.
hard day. I'm gonna
That's fine.
explain it. Hopefully, I can explain it tomorrow, especially in the realm that I work in. And I
That's
see that that's
fine.
what I've come to realize that everybody can't handle this field that I work
Yeah.
in and make it with a relationship. So,
We get that people work hard. We get that people
mhm,
work hard and everything. That's absolutely fine. That's understandable. But if you are repeatedly doing the same things over and over again where you're not giving that person that same attention that you used to give them, then
Mm.
of course it's going to be a trigger. Like, hey, I went through this in my last relationship. I'm not trying to go through this again. It's not
Mm.
bringing your baggage into that relationship. It's
It's
the
just
fact of
no,
you
no more.
forgave that person that
Yeah,
hurt you,
Mm.
but you never forget.
yeah.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's gonna mess with you. I was gonna say f with you. I'm doing good because I am a practicing gun.
Lord.
Gotcha. So it's always gonna mess with you and everything until you like nip that in the bud. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say that you're bringing your baggage into that relationship because you're not. You're not accusing them of anything. You're just seeing what's happening that
Mm-hmm.
happened in
Mm.
the past.
Right.
Mm.
So it's not bringing your baggage at all. Now, bringing your baggage is accusing them of doing,
Mm-hmm.
such and such thing.
Because
Right
of
off the
Like,
what you
top.
dealt with in the past.
Right.
Mm.
exactly, exactly.
Don't do
That's
that.
right. That's like saying, oh, you just like my ex. My ex did this and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
Now
got to
that's
do it.
bringing your baggage in the past.
Ain't nothing to do
Bringing your
with that.
baggage in that.
But do
Yeah.
you think
So
that's a thin line there?
that's a very thin line
Yeah.
because that's not your ex.
Mm-hmm.
That's not your ex. And I don't think that anybody in any relationship, whether they know what happened in your past, like
Mm-hmm.
if anything, they should be more attentive to that to know, like, hey, I don't want to do this to her. Like, I don't want her to feel this way, or I don't want him to feel this way, so I'm not going to do this.
Right.
And she or he has already brought it to my attention, like, hey, what's up? So maybe
Well,
I'm
well,
doing
that
something wrong
line.
that I shouldn't.
Well, see right there where you just said that.
Yeah.
You said that you told the person, or this is hypothetical,
Yeah.
that I dealt with this before, and now the person has to make the initiative not to do it. So, say, I know on one of our shows in the past,
Yeah.
you had an issue with phones facing downward.
Yes.
So,
Yes. I
say
still do.
somebody, but wow, but say somebody that you're talking to. Well, you about to get married, but so that's not even an option for you. But say you was not about to get married and you was talking to somebody new, and they are the type to always have their phone facing downward. But you told them that there was an issue for you, you don't like it. So is that not a percentage of what you dealt with in the past? You don't like it, and now they have to make the initiative to not face their phone downward.
No, I
You
mean,
don't have to, but
no,
I
you
don't
don't.
like
You don't
that.
have to.
So if I'm not
Yeah.
You
happy,
that's
if
you
my
not liking
happiness
it.
doesn't make you happy, then you're not for me. You
Right.
just got to have your phone face down. There's no
Right.
other way around this. Then
Yeah. And if you got to
because
take
I mean,
phone
but
calls and
some
everything,
things, some things is second nature. Some things like you don't intentionally do it.
Right. Because I'm gonna
Like,
say I do mine face down and I ain't gotta hide
yeah,
nothing from
I'm
nobody.
about to
It's
say
like
and
I'm
that's
like,
I ain't trying to
cool.
hide it
But
from
like
you.
no,
it's
that's
I'm
cool.
not hiding it from you. It's just second nature.
like
And
damn.
that's cool. And like I'm sure because
yeah.
of that, you would mind that person. Oh, it ain't even nothing like that.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just put it
continue,
but the
down.
and
Like
you
fact,
just
have it
turn it back
come.
over. You won't make a deal of it. But in this case, this person is going to make a deal of it because I have to get to this point where I have to make my mind up whether or not I want to deal with the fact that you're going to continue to do this, or I'm going to let you know, hey, I've asked you repeatedly. I don't like this, but you continue to do it. Like, what's the deal? What's the issue?
Right.
And at that moment, I'm giving you that option, whether you want to deal with my craziness because I don't like the phone turned upside down,
Yeah.
or or
see, for that's what I say
want to
for
adhere to my
me. Now
feelings.
I have to make that conscious, thought process. Oh, wait a minute, turn my phone up.
But
Even though
you do that for the people that you love.
It's all about
Like
respect at the end of the
it
day.
is, it is.
Respecting
it's a
the other
respect.
person's
See,
feelings.
to me, it is a respect thing. But see, one, like I've always said, when I'm in a circle of people or I'm on a date, you already have my undivided attention in the first place. So I get a quick text message or a phone call. one, 9 times out of 10, my phone is already put away. But if I just happen to take it out of my pocket, I'm probably going to end up putting it face down on the table or to the side out of eyesight or something. So one, you're not going to be able to see the phone or the screen in the first place, whether it's face down, face up, and on the other side of the table. So whatever you thought you was going to be able to see or read is going to be out of eyesight. So I can't see it, you can't see it, it's whatever. So to say, but me having to now make the conscious to sit, this thing of I don't want you to feel a certain type of way because of your past. Now I have a percentage of your past brought onto me because of what was done to you. Yes, some
Okay,
people
but at
are.
the end of the day, yeah,
That's a lot.
okay, but the other person too. I know we're over our time. I know, but I'm just gonna say this real fast too. Okay, it's not just us in the relationship, it's them too. So they've been hurt in the
Yes.
past. So what if you give them a taste of their own medicine? Oh, then you in the wrong. All hell about to break
What
loose
is the
No, see, it's not. No, 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 no,
because
no.
you giving them
But
a
this
taste
is
of their own
why.
medicine.
No,
But
That's
see,
this
I
is
know
the
no.
that's
reason
I
for the
know that's I
question.
know that's tit for tat, but at the end of the day, you probably want them to feel like how like, hey, this is how I feel about the situation. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But this is the reason for the question because even though, like I said, we were saying is 0% in a relationship. There's taking this gift, right or wrong. You got to be able. You got to compromise on some levels.
compromise? Compromise? Come on, compromise.
So, like T said, if you love me, then you would probably try to do this.
Yeah,
You would try to make that initiative to do this. So at the end of the day, there is going to be a percentage of your past that I know about that I'm going to have to think about. Man, dang, he went through this, she went through that.
We gotta wrap
You
this up,
know,
y'all.
yeah, exactly.
Bring it home.
So
Bring
that's
it
that.
home.
That's the point. That's the point I'm making. So where there is going to have to be a percentage
let's
of
see.
your past that your future is going to have to deal with.
I have something to
Gotcha.
say before we go because I
Yes,
didn't really
Tina, go
speak
ahead.
on
Go
it.
ahead, Tina.
All I'm gonna say this: I don't discuss anything from my past or anything that I dealt with a person, which I know I don't have never had no solid relationship. But people I deal with them accordingly. I go in with a fresh slate. I look, I observe. If I like it, we could continue on to see if it's gonna go into something more. If I don't, I have to let go and I have to get away. And that's how I do. I can't keep bringing different insecurities and issues into a new person. That's not right. And I know people because I have been on the opposite side where I have been associated with something that was so negative from another person, and that's not right.
Yeah,
I've
Right.
been
yeah.
on
Yeah.
that. It's not
Well,
right.
see, I think that's because you and I are Sagittarius. We can probably go into a new relationship because one, I've already given them my all. I have wiped the slate clean, and I
Mhm.
see one. This was night. This is day. They don't even come together in the first place. So that's a Sagittarius thing in the first place. So
Yeah, I
there is
can't
no
do
Mm.
going.
that.
But the rest of the world, I was like, nah, that's it. I have to do with a percentage of your past. I've,
Yeah,
I've seen it too many
Gotcha.
times. So that's
yeah.
why I
Yeah.
was asking the question, what percentage of your past or yeah, of your past, your baggage, should your significant other have to deal with? I mean, audience, fans, what do
Right.
y'all think? What do y'all think, is that percentage level? What should be that cap off? Me personally, I think 5-10% of
Mm,
whatever your
Okay.
baggage
that's
is.
off on this.
Okay.
You know.
All
Okay.
right.
But
Okay.
let's wrap this up.
All right, y'all. So once again, we want to say thank y'all so much for watching the show. Make sure you guys are liking, sharing, commenting because we are the stuff. See, I'm a practicing none, y'all. I done stopped. Look, I'm stopping cussing and everything. Look at
My
me. Look at me.
taking
Even though I
everything
did
out
it in
of
the
you.
show. Hush. Anywho, well, let's go ahead and shout out one more person, Mr. Tyler Perry, who's making big moves. Who's making big moves with buying BT and VH1.
Yes.
That is like so awesome. But a lot of people are questioning why did he buy BET and VH1 and why did he not start his own channel like how Oprah Winfrey did?
Mm.
Well, you know what? I am a firm believer in when you get to that point, buy back the block. You know what I'm saying? Oprah has done so much.
She
There was
Mm-hmm.
has.
only one thing left, and that was owning her own network. That was
Mm-hmm.
the only thing that she had to do. So we don't want to take away from his success or
Yeah.
his vision because
Right.
of what Oprah has done after years of
Right.
service in her community.
Right.
So
True.
like, and I don't even want to say that because she's from Milwaukee and I live here, and but we're just gonna leave that there. But I really don't want to take away from that. BET hasn't had a black owner in 21 years.
Oh
So
wow.
for it to be called black entertainment television without a
Mm-hmm.
black owner,
Mm-mm.
that's a no-go for me.
Yeah,
So for
true.
him to buy back, that is a major plus.
That's
And
amazing.
then he put the cherry on the ice cream and bought VH1.
And about
Right.
VH1 too.
Right.
You
So you might as well
Exactly.
go
Come on,
ahead
thank
Bam
you,
and
Bam.
sir.
might as well put the whipped cream in there and get MTV.
That's it.
Ooh,
And
Bam,
you know
stop it.
what? I wonder if that's why Love and Hip Hop and other shows are now transitioning to MTV because they used to come on VH1, and I wouldn't be
Yes.
surprised if he said stuff like, that should be no more, no more of that kind of television." You get what I'm saying? Like no more
Right.
Mm-hmm.
reality shows
I,
that's in that light.
I
Right.
ain't gonna lie. When I heard the news, I was like, so is it gonna be like darn it, what was the first network that he bought? I forgot what it was. I forgot what that network was called, but he pretty
Uh-huh.
much went on a spree of showing all his movies he shows.
Oh
Oh, he
wow.
did.
CBS.
He did.
Oh.
Yes. So TBS. So I wonder if he's gonna do that. I mean,
That is right. He did do that.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much TBS is Tyler Perry Network.
You
I
Mm.
mean,
know,
because
they already doing that though. Like BET plays so much Medea,
they
Tyler,
do,
this,
they
that.
do.
BET Plus has
BET
like
Plus.
a ton of Tyler Perry.
That's what I'm saying.
All the
I wonder
same
did he buy
place.
BET
All the same
Plus
place.
too? Did he buy
Probably
BET
so.
Plus?
I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure he has
That's probably a
ownership.
whole package deal. That's probably a whole package
Mm.
deal.
Wow.
If you know,
Okay.
if you're a business person, you gonna get anything with the logo, anything that's affiliated
Right.
with it, anything that's trademarked by
Yeah.
that particular network or channel or
Get all your
company,
points.
all of it. Yes.
Well,
Mm.
so shout out to Mr. Perry for, doing that. And I know there's going to be so many new talents coming on board and everything, so
And
many
that's
new
what I'm excited
shows.
about. He gives
Right.
everybody a chance. And it's just like
Yes.
all of these new upcoming artists are, struggling actresses or actors.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Mm,
about to get their shot. And I am godly
definitely.
proud and happy. I'm happy.
Definitely.
Well, after this, I
Definitely.
need him to wrap up if loving you is wrong, because I didn't get the finish that I needed.
Yeah. And he has come a long way from those wigs with the mic.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We
That
all
is
been there
crazy.
we've all been there with you, Tyler Perry, when you was living in the car to your first play, baby. We've been rocking
Mhm.
with you. I did buy your
Listen,
play on bootleg, but I stopped doing that when as Medea said something about it. I ain't like that. I was like, you saw
hey,
me
hey,
stepping on the toes.
Right.
But
y'all start recording my show.
but we on the L&D show are very proud of you. We send our
Absolutely.
love and congratulations.
We
Pick us
do.
up for something. I'm sure you need anchors on
Right.
Right.
movies, shows,
Absolutely.
something.
Something,
I am
whatever.
a ghetto
Film
show,
Absolutely.
crew,
whatever you want to call it.
whatever.
Hey, that's
We
I'll
what's
here
be.
for
up.
it. We're here
That's
I can
for
what's
it.
drive you around
up.
the set, drive you from your house to the studio.
Let's do it.
Well, y'all, this
Make it
concludes
look good.
Thursday's show. We hope that you guys had a great time with us, enjoyed the conversations, and keep the conversations going even after this by sharing this episode. Make sure you guys like, share, and comment. This has been the L&D Show. I am yours truly, Lala.
I'm Devante.
I'm Tia.
And I'm Tina.
And we will see y'all back next week. Until then,
Bye.
Bye.